This is Dr. Bill Corter, and for today's presentation, I would like to ask one question. Do you need some gut repair? In the last presentation, I discussed the GI tract and a lot of GI symptoms that reflect the poor health of your intestinal tract. I gave some recommendations in terms of carbohydrates and proteins, but today I want to expand the umbrella and I want to give you a little clearer picture of the causes that create bad health and bad inflammation in your GI tract. And it really comes down to just 4 causes, and the first one is poor diet. The second one is stress, something we're all familiar with. The third one is overload of toxins, which we've addressed quite a bit. And the fourth one is bacterial imbalance. Now let me start with the diet. I think all of us are aware we're eating too much sugar, too much salt, too much processed foods. We're taking in too many chemicals, too many contaminants. And all of those are creating irritation to our intestines. They are creating not only inflammation, but they're creating leaky guts, where particles of food get into the bloodstream and cause immune reactions. So the recommendation on a simple basis is to try to find foods and try to start eating foods that are more easily digested. And the foods that are most easily digested are really the plant-based foods. So add more vegetables to your diet. Add more fruits to your diet. Even nuts and seeds are relatively easy to digest compared to dairy products, compared to meat, whether it's beef or chicken. So simplify your meals, make them easier to digest. Your intestines will improve, your health will improve. The second point is stress. All of us are overwhelmed with stress. What I do with some patients is I'll ask them, okay, grab a sheet of paper. On the left side, write down all the things that make your life stressful. And on the right side of the page, write down the things that you really enjoy doing, that are not stressful, that give you a lot of pleasure. And what's striking on so many patients who come in with a lot of physical complaints, their left side of the page is loaded with all the stressful activities they've done in the last week or 2 weeks. But if you look on the right side of the page, sometimes it's blank. They haven't done anything that has not been stressful. They haven't done anything that's given them a great deal of joy. So for all of us, if we want to improve our health, and that includes our intestinal health, you need to decrease your stress and increase the things that you do that give you pleasure. So I strongly support taking your weekends time, taking the time when you're away from work to decrease your stress and improve your health. And it will make a dramatic difference in your health if you can start doing the things that you enjoy doing. The next component that I would like to address is the overload of toxins. With the overload of toxins, we can only do so much. We can try to protect ourselves from all the chemicals and the contaminants. We can try to reduce the big stressors, the big toxins, which I've addressed in the past. Relationships, I've already mentioned job, your relationships in the community, religious issues, political issues. All of those too need to be addressed. So you need to reduce the overload of toxins that you expose yourself, because all of those toxins, whether they're in your food or just in your fiber of your body, affect your GI tract. They cause inflammation. And the fourth component that you really need to address is your bacterial balance. With your bacterial balance, too many people reach a point where they have bad bacteria and not good bacteria. And there is a difference between the two. And let me try to explain. And that is, today, we live in a society where there's antibacterial soap. You go into some restaurants and they have antibacterial sanitizers, or in the restrooms, antibacterial sanitizers. We also have household products, cleaning products, that specifically say antibacterial. Well, you don't want to get to a point where you don't allow yourself to be exposed to bacteria, because there's a whole distribution of good bacteria and bad bacteria, and you want to allow yourself to get exposed to both, because it allows your immune system to kick on. Again, like a thermostat with an air conditioner, it allows the air conditioner to kick on and lower the temperature. You don't want to be healthy your entire life, as strange as that sounds. Many of us have been to funerals, and the common theme is, I can't believe that person died. I can't believe it. He was never sick. Well, they've done studies. Those individuals who have more colds, who have more allergies, they live longer. The individuals who have never had a cold, don't have any allergies, don't have any physical setbacks, they actually die shorter, because their body is not prepared for the negative consequences of some disease, some acute crisis. So if you do those 4 things, if you watch your diet and improve your intestines, if you decrease your stress and improve your intestines, if you stop the overload of toxins, if you create a better bacterial balance, you're going to find that you're going to have better health and better GI health. And one last point, and it's something that I recommend for each individual to do on a monthly basis, and that's to make yourself, on your own, at home, some bone broth. And I know it sounds a little bit obscure, but let me explain. It's very easy to do. All you have to do is go to the grocery store and ask for some chicken neck or chicken feet. Now you want the bone material. You then bring it home and put it into your slow cooker or crock pot. You mix it with some apple cider vinegar, 3 or 4 teaspoons. You throw in some vegetables, and you let it cook for 36 hours, making yourself some bone broth. And at the end, I recommend that you take out whatever you have cooked, put it in the refrigerator for 6-8 hours. The fat part will rise to the surface. You can then scrape the fat part off, and what you're left with is a bone broth that has the good bacteria. It has the good collagen. And that's wonderful for your intestines. If you drink it once a month, what the bacteria will do is it will change the balance back towards the positive component, and it will improve, again, your health. Keep in mind that bacteria are killed at temperatures of 105 degrees and higher. So when you cook in a slow cooker, it's less than 105 degrees, so that good bacteria is not killed. It's still there. So you're doing yourself a huge favor in terms of your overall health by once a month making yourself some bone broth. It takes 36 hours. It's relatively easy, and it will improve your health. So as a habit, I'd ask you to consider doing that on a regular basis. You can go to a Vietnamese restaurant and get bone broth, but it's not quite the same as doing it on your own. It won't have the same level of nutrients. It won't have the same level of good bacteria. And lastly, it won't have the same level of collagen on doing it on your own. And that collagen plugs some of the holes in leaky gut. So for a variety of issues and a variety of reasons, those 5 points are real beneficial. Do the first 4 and add the bone broth. And I guarantee you, your intestines will feel better, you won't have intestinal difficulties, and your health will begin to improve. Do it on your own. Don't rely on your physician. Good luck. Hope you enjoyed the topic. Hope it's a topic that you're not familiar with, and I hope we can keep learning together. Thanks for listening, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for being part of our community. Thanks.